What's up, best buds? It's your girl, Eastside Mary Jane, and I know it has been a while. And you know what? The type of energy that I'm about to bring to y'all today is going to be on some rant type stuff. This is random, but I feel like I should make this video just to kind of like see if anybody here with me, like if anybody peeping the same types of things that's been going on. So, what I'm going to call this is the, like I'm not even going to try to theme it anything. I'm just going to say it's a rant because it's some things that I've been noticing that has been getting way more like permanent or even expanding and like growing and like you notice a little thing and then it starts to develop more. So some developing things that I've been noticing during this COVID life, okay? So I'm going to use two prime examples of what I mean. Or like I'm going to use two different stores, okay? Two different stores that I go into that I notice some things. Okay, and I'm gonna try to take my time so that I can like use my words the right way to get my point across, and maybe hopefully somebody out there is like seeing some of this stuff because it's super weird. It's super weird, and it's just like what the is really going on, and it is a darn. I gotta go back before I even put anybody else involved. I'm just say my piece, okay? So anyway, so today I went to Walmart, and every time I go in there, I just feel super annoyed. But before I even went in, like it's a Saturday, so I'm like, dang, every time Saturdays come, like it's always crowded, and I should have known. And even more so now because of the COVID, So it's like on Saturdays when people have free time, especially the working ones or whoever the crowd is that need to get out on Saturday are at freaking Walmart. And I have to, it's not like I have to go to Walmart, but it was the most convenient because the Walmart that the closest store that has what I needed at the time, which is like a bathing suit. Like you cannot just run 4 minutes outside of your house and get a bathing suit somewhere. So the Walmart is pretty close, and then there's a supermarket. So it's like I gotta go to Walmart. So I went to Walmart, and I'm gonna tell you. Besides, okay, so all right, number one, it was super crowded. Number two, it was already a problem in Walmart. Like it's almost like a 80% chance, even if it's like an inkling of a disturbance, like it's always some type of altercation every time I go to Walmart, right? So it started in the parking lot. It started in the parking lot. So I'm like coming up the parking lot or whatever. I got this little path that I take soon as I hit the top of the parking lot. Because it's like you can either go like straight and, go with all the sheep basically. Because like all the cars just line up in this line all the way up to the front door. Or you could just bang that left and go around the parking lot all the way down and then bang a right all the way up and up an aisle like a parking lane and just park close to the door. Like, so I do that, and there's a couple people that caught on or whatever. You'll see stragglers like coming down and all that. So I went up that path, and when I got up the lane, it was cars coming down on the left hand side, like three of them, and they was just sitting there for some reason. So I'm thinking she may have been waiting for this guy or this car to pull out. So the car pulled out and just was like pop. But it wasn't a hard one. It was hard enough to leave a little, it was a little something there. I ain't even gonna lie. So the lady get out and she just looking like, looking for somebody to like feel her like, did you see this? And the guy get out the car, and it's like this old 80-year-old guy, like he just backed up. Like he probably didn't even look behind him when he backed up. He probably was like, boom, and then pulled back in. So he get out the car with these foggy glasses, and he like look like somebody should be with him, even though he is independent. But it's like this type of population, going on where you got these older, elderly people like are really elderly, and they should have some family, a companion, somebody younger to go with them because their senses are off. Like anything can happen, while they are behind the wheel, and it's pretty dangerous. So the lady that he hit looked like she was in her 50s, and I mean, she was not backing down. When I got out and I looked at a car, it wasn't. It was something there, but it was like, I guess she just wanted her money, and I don't know what was going on, but when I was leaving out, they was still there, and I'm like, she was at his door at this point, and on the phone, like calling somebody, asking somebody what's the address to the Walmart and all. And she was, I don't know what he was saying inside of the car, but I'm thinking in my mind, like, it's 2021. You never know what people are thinking. That is not a smart move to be like holding on to his door. If he leave, you already get his license plate number. I would have went home and just handled it that way. But of course, older people are used to handling it, the older ways where they call the police on the scene or whoever they got to call. I don't know. The police, it was like if she would have called the police on the scene, like the police would have been there, I'm pretty sure. Like by the time I got out the store, because it took me a little while in the store or whatever. It wasn't even long, but I don't know, maybe not. You're right. I'm right. I wasn't in there that long because I just went in. This was the fastest I've ever went to Walmart. Okay, so, and I'm just talking about even before I got in there, right? What I noticed. So, the crowded, number one. Number two was the altercation. And I'm saying, like, about 80% of the time, you go to Walmart, me, you, anybody, there is some type of disturbance, some type of altercation, something is going on amongst the coworker and the customers themselves, something. Okay, maybe even a coworker and a coworker. I don't know. I have never seen that at Walmart personally, but that probably does go on. So anyway, so I'm walking in the Walmart. We make it to the Walmart in the lobby, and I don't even think I stopped to get a car. I did not. Did I? No, I didn't stop to get a car. But the first thing I noticed was, this is the third thing, but the first thing I noticed upon walking inside of Walmart is it smelled like Listerine. So I'm like, what is that smell? Why is it smelling like Listerine? I don't know, but it's really strong. I don't know if it's what they clean it up with. I don't know, but it was pretty strong at Walmart. So I go into Walmart, smell like Listerine. The Listerine smell did not make me feel any way. It just had me alert, like I smell Listerine. Like, why does it smell like somebody gargled in where you get your carts at? Like the whole damn place smell like that. So anyway, I go inside the Walmart, and it was so many people inside the Walmart after, like I instantly just got annoyed. Like, what like it's almost like, when the people can get out and they are out, like they come out and it's so animalistic. It's not even like pleasurable to see people anymore sometimes. It's like, are they, and why is it like this as opposed to pre-COVID, when sometimes people was okay, like, there was concerts, we had the artscape and, different things, the clubs and stuff like that. People, they love to be around people. Apparently, you had to dance with strangers and, stuff like that. So, I don't know, like, what makes it so annoying, and it's, I'm gonna try to put myself in other places. It's all the stores. I'm not even gonna lie. It's all inside places that is so annoying with other people inside. Because the malls are the same way. And I feel like the masks add to the annoyance. Like, it is so aggy to have a mask on. And for me, I've never really adapted to that. I'm sorry. I just never did. So I'll have a mask, especially like if you do your makeup, I just got into that. So I'm like, trying to do my makeup. It might put some, not even that, put some lip gloss on, because that's the main part. Put your lip gloss on, and then bam, you got to go in the store, and then it's off. Like, that is so aggy. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So going in and then just having that on, if you are not a person that wears them all the time, is just like, and then you shopping in the stores, and then the people just acting like super retarded sometimes, and you like, what happened? What happened to the population? Is this part of the plan to make other people annoyed with other people, so that if anything is happening in front of another person, like someone is getting harmed, they're desensitized, like, oh well, I don't like them anyway, I don't like, people get on my nerves anyway. Like, is it a part of that? So what's so crazy is I went to another state. Okay, same day, go to another state, and had to wind up going to a Walmart again. Had to go to another Walmart. And this Walmart was even worse. Like, on the way to Walmart, because it wasn't even far from where I was at. It was like probably like 6 to 9 minutes. And on the way, I passed the CVS, and something told me to go into the CVS. But I'm like, maybe I want to waste some time. And I shouldn't have even thought like that. I shouldn't have. Because when I went and looked, okay, so before I get to that, I went to the Walmart, and when I got there, it was twice as crowded as the one where I'm from. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? What? So besides, it wasn't that bad, but I got what I needed. It was just the hassle of like finding, and that Walmart was like super big. So it was like finding what I needed and all. And I'm like, this is going to take forever. And it did, because I had to go like all the way back and forth across the store. And I wasn't even really worried about other people's attitudes. I noticed them, like the workers. They were there. They didn't even have keys. Like, it's a shelf with a lock on it with things that people need that are valuable, that they need to purchase, but you have a lock on it and a button near there, and you pressing the button. Like, if I'm on a rush, if I'm trying to like get in and out of the store, I don't want to stand at a button for 30 minutes until somebody chooses to come to it. And it's crazy because I stood there for like 10 minutes. When I walked out the aisle, I looked, and it was 2 workers there that said they didn't even have keys. So you have 2 workers in that department that are saying they don't have keys, or I don't even know. It's so crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to get frustrated, and I'm not even going to get into an argument with this lady, because it's one putting up boxes that's stocking, and one is just, oh, I don't have a key. But you over here, like, so how many workers do it take? Or is it like one designated person for these kiosks? What is it? But why would you have products in a kiosk when nobody's there to open it? You don't know how important this could be to somebody when they come in to purchase it. Something told me to go to CVS. So, side note, when you hear that little voice in your mind that says blah, 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 whatever it is, follow that. Because that happened to me twice today. Also, like, my daughter was running, and before she ran, like, before she ran from out of between the parked cars, my mind said, tell her stop. But I didn't. And she ran, and the car was coming, and she stopped. Like, I'm like, oh, that shit is so scary, I'm not going to lie. And it sat with me for like a whole half an hour, and I'm just talking to her, and she just kept on saying stuff to me. She was okay, though. She was okay, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad, but that little voice went off in my head again, and I was like, I ignored it. So, yeah, I feel like it's getting stronger for me, and I'm definitely going to start listening to that a lot more. So anyway, went into that Walmart, and I finally got everything. And by the time I got to the front, that line looked like a line in hell. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of lines in hell or something like that. That's what it reminded me. It just gave me those vibes. So I took, even though I know this is probably TMI, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm I was getting pads and tampons and stuff, guys. I took that, and I don't care how disgusting that was. I put it by the cookies, and I just left out of there. They needed to do their jobs in there anyway. So I left. I was like, you know what? I wound up going to CVS at the end of the day, and back to that small voice. So I'm like, why? What in the world is going on? Like, first of all, on weekends, it has never been, and I do understand that they kind of like some places have sized down when it comes to letting people in their letting people in their restaurants and stuff. They may like not even seat people at certain tables anymore. Like those tables are just like dividers for other tables. And yeah, I know that. So the capacity of the building cannot hold as many people as previous. So it's like every weekend you have to make reservations to eat out. So if it's a spontaneous thing, you find yourself searching for restaurants to go and eat it, and then you wind up like settling for a Nando's Peri Peri or a Boston Market or something like that. That's like mid scale because you can't get in nowhere better because everywhere is taken up because you didn't make a reservation or get there early enough. So it's a lot of things like that that's going on. And the crazy thing with the smelling thing. Okay, so I go to dispensaries. Dispensaries always smell like hella weed, hella bake. So they was saying like, yeah, it's some type of spray that they spray out. So it's not even actually weed that they bringing in, real leaf. It's not even real flower. It's a spray that they are spraying out that smells like actual flowers. So to people that's coming and going in the lobby, like you smell it. And I'm wondering why the hell, like on a lot of days, like I've probably had the most effed up days. Effed up. Like effed up mornings, days, I mean, and then I roll into the dispensary. I probably just like threw a middle finger like at somebody like road rage or something, and then pull into the parking lot and cuss this because the parking lot is like this big, and the first three parks is like curbside, and then and it's like a popular dispensary. It's like in the heart of the city, so everybody is like going there, and it stays open the latest. And I'm like, you know, like why do you have such a small parking lot? So anyway, you know, you can have a, like I said, and go inside, and guess what? You are going to be like, oh my God, I'll lick your balls. You're so cute. I love that hairstyle. You have a button nose. Yes, baby. Show them your, like, you are going to turn into a Whoviller. Like, it's just, only reason why I said that because someone told me I looked like a Who. But anyway, I'm sorry. Let's stay on topic. Um, yeah, that was insane. It is like they are using those things as mood switchers or mood enhancers or something like that. Like, and if it gets you to buy or it gets you to feel a certain feeling and I guess do what they want you to do. I don't know because I'm telling you, like, and I've talked to some of the bud tenders about it. I've talked to some of the front desk people about it, and they're the ones that told me like, yeah, it's some type of spray. So when they first walk in, they can smell it, and then by the time later on, like, you know, from them working there all day, they don't even smell it anymore. But they feel naturally like happy, and it's not natural, but it's probably good for the production. But who knows what's in it, and who knows after breathing in so much what it can do to you. You know what I'm saying? Or after, or what the big agenda is, like what kind of particles is in it that could be wired to something else. And why I say that, let me rewind back to Walmart now. Okay, so I live pretty close to Walmart, okay? And at first I kept hearing something like, it sounded like, I can't even think, it's like when you first turn on a TV, like when you first walk into, not even walk into a store, I'm starting to say when you first walk into this, not even when you first walk into a store, it was like some type of TV commercial sound. It was a sound, like, and it's a sound that Walmart has that happens. And I'm thinking, is it like, was it a home improvement, a Home Depot, I mean, commercial? It was some type of commercial that had that sound, a AT&T, a bell sound, like, doom, doom, doom. And I can't do it, but I hear it all the time. Like, and I'm like, where's this coming from? At first, I thought it was one of my neighbors with this, and I'm like, is this every time I walk out the house? What the hell is going on? Like, do they got sensors on me? Why do I hear the sound so much when I come outside? And then one day I noticed, like, when I was in a Walmart parking lot, I heard it. Like, it's here. It's coming from here. So basically, I can hear the sound a highway in a community away at my home when I come outside. I can hear it. So I'm like, what in the world is this sound? Why is it happening all day, every day? Even at night when Walmart is closed, this shit is going on. That sound is that bell is ringing even when Walmart is closed. And I'm trying to figure out if it is that machine that's in the parking lot that's like tall with a light on it with the wheels on it, and it's like a square little robot, probably. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a robot. And I've seen robots in Walmart before moving around. I have. Like, I don't know if you paid attention, if you're paying attention, but I've seen them at a cleaner now. They had a new product. It moves. I'm like, what the heck is in the Star Wars is going on? So things are kind of moving forward a lot faster into the Jetsons era than I would like it to be, because it is really stripping us away from our natural foundation and what we know and what we were, like, where we came from, what we was doing before, like everything we know. What about proms? What about, you know, it's just crazy. It's so crazy. I think about that. Like, I wanted to see my kids, go to proms and experience the same things that I did growing up in school, having a normal social life. And it just does not seem like this COVID thing is going to stop. And the worst part is, yo, sometimes I be like, nah, not you, nigga. I don't mean no harm, but it's kind of like cold, you know? Like, sometimes I be seeing people, because I've never really, like, just gotten to the mask thing. Like, I swear, like, I didn't heard people say, I got, like, whelps or whatever, like, behind my ears sore, because I wear my mask so much, it's been rubbing and chafing my skin. Like, I can't imagine it. Like, my ears are regular, they look normal. People in there exercising with their mask on and all this stuff. Like, so sometimes, like, you be thinking, just off a code alone, like, all right, this nigga gonna let me slide whenever I'm gonna come in the store. There be the big buxom his ass, blackest nigga look like he be out, like he's supposed to let you slide off a code or something. Like, oh, I need you to pull your mask up. Yo, that alone make me, I be like, I catch a real quick heated attitude, like, you know what? Take your Boston market plate making ass, fuck you. And I just leave. Like, it happened in Boston market. I was so mad. Like, I know he doing his job, but damn, you know what I'm saying? This is what life has resulted to. Just getting harassed, basically, for wearing a fucking mask on your face to purchase some items in a building. For real. And then one day I went to Rita's, right? Oh my goodness. I went to Rita's. Rita's is outside. Like, we are outside. You kidding me? I gotta wear a mask. That's why I knew that it was something else. Because if I'm outside and you inside, what do my mask gotta do with you? Like, you in your building already. I'm outside in the earth trying to get some ice cream from Rita's. And when that happened, I never went to Rita's. Like, I'm sorry. I just stopped going to Rita's. It's not that good. I don't really even eat ice cream like that. It's alright. I need to fast. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's real disappointing what I'm seeing out here, y'all. Y'all disappointing me. And the fact that socialism is happening on a very, very grand scale of the, I forgot what they called the term, but it was like monkey, well, we call it monkey see, monkey do. Like, in a lot of like conspiracy theorists call it sheep and stuff like that. But it's just like, yo. And I'm gonna give you an example. So it was I saw an Instagram post, and I'm about to wrap this up, okay? I saw an Instagram post, and the dude was, what was he doing? He was doing something, eating he was like, I'm gonna make a pizza. I'm gonna make a taco out of this pizza. So he used the pizza as a taco shell and like put all the taco shit in it or whatever. And he was eating the pizza like, he ate it like a taco. So I'm tripping. And I go straight to the comments, right? Because I actually left a comment. I actually left a comment on that one. And I could not believe, like, I didn't even see nothing else but the pizza. I was just so amazed that he did that. Like, I'm like, wow. So I go look at the comments, and there's a few people talking about his nails. Like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about his nails. So I go back and look at his nails, and they was painted like black and purple. So on one of the guys' comments that said that, I was like, what did I say? Oh, I was like, I guess he get away with it. The guy said, so nobody gonna say nothing about his nails? And I was like, I guess he's getting away with it because he wearing Ravens colors. So he was like, well, I guess I'll go just paint mine black and yellow. I guess whatever team that is. I don't want to say Steelers, and it's not, but maybe I'm thinking that. So he was like, he just blew it out of proportion. Like, yo, these guys are super feminine and super emotional, and it's like they do a lot of things for attention, because it was like blown out of proportion. It was like in the joking light of the vibe of what he already threw out there. So I'm like, no, don't do it or whatever. I care. So he was like, what? Well, like a exclamation point and a question mark. What? Is that why you responded? Because you care? Like, what you blowing it out of proportion, sweetie? Like, I was just joking. And so basically I was like, no, I did not comment because I care. I commented because I replied to your initial comment. I didn't know you was going to say some dumbass shit like that, because that was super dumb. Like, so this guy, because this guy is doing it, and let's say he is getting away with it because of the colors, the team colors, you going to do it too? This is how people operate now. They look at things it's probably not even in their nature to do, and just because somebody else is doing it, they do it. I can tell in driving. Like, when I'm driving, the same thing happens. Like, driving can be at a natural, especially like on a highway, it could be at a natural, consistent flow. And I can be at my flow. Like, everything is a flow. Everybody has their own flow. You know what I'm saying? Every individual is their individual being, even though, yes, we do vibe off of each other, but gee whiz, don't let it change you. Don't let it change you. Don't let it make you into something that you're not. If you're not a speeder, keep going your coast. Keep going your 60, 55 miles an hour. When I'm going my 70 down the street, don't try to put me like 6 cars now start the up the highway too. Are you kidding me? Then you got the communists that sit up there and see you speed and try to come out and get in front of you so you can run into the back of them. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is this what we doing now? Are y'all already like integrated with some type of electronic sensor that does that, because it's just too almost perfect? You know what I'm saying? To a non-driving person, they would cause a real accident, a bad one, just because they didn't went out like this. And I'm just trying to figure out if they are prepared for that, or are they chicken? They calling and playing chicken right now. Because if they doing that, it's pretty dangerous. And these people that are doing it are like old, and other people catch on. Like, these people be old as behind the wheels doing these things. Couples. Then you see other people catching on, and I guess they learn it from them because it got done to them, and they do it to other people. And I'm like, because I always look at the people, and I'm like, I put a story together, like, this is insane. But you got a lot of stuff going on that's like that I feel like people need to pay attention to. People need to see why it's happening, what is causing these things. Because I know I can't take the traffic thing personal a lot of times. People don't know what I look like from behind me. People don't know what I look like when they are in front of me until I'm close enough on them where they can see if I get that close. But these things are happening. So I could be anybody, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like people need to figure out why these things are going on. Pay more attention. I don't know if you're seeing these things. Are you one of these people that's just going with the flow? But I feel like a lot of these things and paying attention will one day save us in the future. Okay? So that's it. I'm going to leave it on that note, Best Buds. It was just a rant of what I see. I'm not claiming to be a specialist on anything. I'm not claiming to know any hidden inside secrets. Everything I feel like I know, I told you the source of, where it came from, and other than that, everything else is my observation and my opinions. All right, so at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it ended there and let you guys take a little breather, because that was crazy, right? I'm not, but that was. All right, and on that note, have a good night, guys. It's your girl, Eastside.